I bitch a lot about on this show about the disrespect that's shown to horse players, and I'll continue to beat that drum. But I got to mention when certain tracks do the right thing by the players and make it more enticing to bet on their product. And you got to go all the way to the Northwest for this one. Emerald Downs had a big announcement, a couple announcements this week. First of all, they're going to offer penny breakage on all the wagers at their meet coming up, which starts on Saturday, May 4th, Derby Day, 55-day 2024 season. You've heard me extol the benefits of penny breakage and basically how tracks that don't have penny breakage are essentially just stealing from horse players by rounding down payouts and not paying out down to the penny. But it's an interesting thing because the Kentucky legislature had to approve that. I didn't realize that there were tracks that could have unilaterally approve penny breakage, because if Emerald Downs can do it, why the hell can't the rest of y'all? So shout out to Emerald Downs for that. But also they're going to do a couple other things that I think are going to be really beneficial to the horse players. They're going to have a dynamic morning line where sometimes you look at the morning line and it bears no resemblance to the way the races are actually bet. And this is kind of aligned with, if you go on DRF, if you go on Formulator, they will take the will pays for the doubles and the pick threes and the pick fours and do like an amalgam of those and try to figure out how the races are going to be bet on the win end. Now, it doesn't always line up. Sometimes win pools are different than multi-race pools, but typically that's a much closer estimation of what the odds are going to be than some guy reading the form for 20 minutes and scribbling a bunch of numbers 3 days before the race. You got to be able to adjust for scratches, and you got to be able to adjust for, some kind of blind spots you may have had in doing the morning line. So the morning line is going to be updated approximately 20 minutes to post time, and it's going to reflect wagering in closed pools like the daily double, the pick three, and the pick four. And those updated morning lines will be displayed on the track's broadcast. So the morning line essentially it's not like a be all end all, but I think it's one of these things that you show the bettors respect by having a morning line that makes sense so they can look at it and factor that in terms of what they think is value and what they want to bet. And also they're going to display, this is another one. This is another easy one that every freaking drag should do. They're going to display the live odds until the final horse enters the gate. It drives me crazy when I'm watching tracks and they got a couple more horses loading in the gate and they take down the toe odds. It's like, what could possibly be the benefit of that? So that's another small thing that tracks could do, and Emerald Downs is doing that so that, you do have at least, obviously you're not going to compete with CAW wagerers who sometimes seem to get it down to the last millisecond, sometimes maybe a little later.
Yeah.
But at least it shows respect to the regular players that they feel like they have a chance to analyze the odds until the last meaningful second. And one more, not to be overlooked, they're going to have a traditional 50-cent pick six each day featuring an 8% takeout. That is extremely rare to have takeout in the single digits. It just doesn't happen in this sport. Now, obviously, the pools are not going to be that great at the outset, but I really hope that horse players take notice of this and start betting in that pool, because if you get that pool to a certain amount to where you can feel the benefits of the takeout and actually have a chance of a big score and have a pool big enough that it'll pay out something decent if you hit it, I think that that's very, very worthwhile. Obviously, a lot of players will have to learn Emerald Downs and the jockeys and the trainers, but it doesn't take that long. I think it's very important, as much as we complain as horse players, and we love to fucking complain about the ills of the sport and the way it disrespects the bettors. I think it's very, very important that when tracks make a concerted effort like this to respect and reward horse players, we respect and reward them with our money in the pools.
So Wes Petrie, who is the vice president of sales and marketing at Emerald Downs, we salute you. And if you want us to continue to promote and do things well for Emerald Downs, to let the people here on the East Coast know all the good things you're doing out there, hit us up, man. We are absolutely in your camp right now, and I think I'm going to be in Banff in Western Canada, over the summertime. So, maybe we should get together and break some bread. But certainly in the meantime, if you want to send my friend Joe Bianca hat, shirt, et cetera, he is a proud promoter of Emerald Downs.
I will be. Yeah. And you lucky bastard. I want to go to Banff. That's going to be an incredible trip. But yeah, no, it's Wes, we appreciate doing the right thing by the horse players, and we'd love to have you on the show to talk more about it, because this This should be the standard.
This is the way you do it.
Things.
Yeah.
Penny breakage, 8% takeout, live odds, dynamic morning line. There's no reason, zero reason that the tracks all across the country can't do that. Maybe not the takeout. You don't want to go down to 8%, but all the rest of that shit, easy fixes to reward the horse players that are betting their hard-earned money on your product.